Hi, my name is Rob Ross-Russell. I'm a paediatrician in Cambridge in the UK, and I'm also president of the European Board of Paediatrics. Today I've been asked to talk a little bit about the elements of an exam that make it successful. I'm talking about MCQ exams for assessment of knowledge within medicine, and I think there are three key components. The first of these is the platform. Any MCQ requires questions that are developed by experts and are secure. And the platform is an important part of this. It allows questions to be developed where they can be kept safely, and it also allows question writers to write questions into those platforms where they can be reviewed appropriately by others. The second element is the exam itself. Whether one is doing a paper-based exam or an online exam, one needs to have the setup so that you can register candidates for the exam, you can keep them informed about the progression, and that you can run the exam smoothly and efficiently, either in a single venue or potentially online. The third element, and probably the most important of all the three, is support and secretariat. All of these elements, whether it's question writing, whether it's organising candidates, or whether it's disseminating the results of the exam, need to be organised by someone who can keep in touch with people throughout. And the Secretariat is a critical third element of any successful examination. These three elements all require support and detail outside, but without these three elements, it's impossible to run a good exam. Between each of the three key areas, there are intersections. So between the Secretariat and the platform, for example, there are some key issues that need to be thought through. The first is the syllabus. Clearly, any examination requires a syllabus that is understood and agreed and accessible to all the candidates. And that is a crucial part. Questions that are written need to be focused around the syllabus and need to be clearly within the structure of the syllabus and curriculum. The Secretariat needs to liaise on that and liaise with question writers. Writing questions for MCQ exams is complicated. It's easy to write a question, but it's very difficult to write a good question. Good questions require skill and training. And this is important, and is important for the Secretariat to be able to support question writers in doing that. The third is the question reviews. Questions that are set by people need to be checked by others to ensure that they are correct, to ensure that they are fair questions, and to ensure that they are of the appropriate standard relative to the syllabus that is being tested. These three elements require a combination of both the Secretariat and the platform to make them work. Another of the intersections is between the Secretariat and the exam. There are lots of things that need doing around exam time. The first is the registering of candidates. Candidates have to have their medical qualifications checked to ensure that they're eligible for the exam. They need to be monitored carefully so that we make sure that all candidates receive all the information they need. Payments require taking. So payment techniques, whether PayPal or Stripe or however it works, need to be organised. Once the exam is complete, certification is clearly a crucial part of the process, and candidates expect prompt and clear certification, explaining both what they are entitled to do as a result of the exam and indeed what they are not. And lastly, the exam itself warrants accreditation. And so ensuring that the exam is accredited as a true and proper exam is an important part of this process. And all of these require interplay between the Secretariat and the exam itself. The intersection between the exam and the platform involves two major areas. The first of these is in learning materials. Candidates who are taking the exam expect to be told where they can learn their material from. And so access to accredited and appropriate learning resources is very important. When setting the exam, the link between the platform and the exam itself involves the creation of appropriate exam questions, so the selection of questions. And to select correct questions for an exam requires there to be a blueprint. A blueprint for an exam involves determining the proportion of questions on certain subjects that are needed within the exam so that the exam can be seen to be a balanced exam testing across all of the areas that are appropriate.